Gina coming to you live in the Hive from Fond du Lac, Wisconsin, where I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am so excited to be here with all of you today because today we are going to be working with one of the new Scrapbook workshop kits, and I am so excited to show you alternatives for these kits. So when you guys get on, say hello, tell me where you're coming from. Look it, so many of you are on already. So Sandy, Debbie, Mary, and Linda are all here this morning. Welcome, ladies. I am so happy to be stamping with you today. So a little chit chat before we get started. I've condensed this class down just a little bit today because I didn't think you guys would want to sit with me for 6 hours probably creating all of this, and I didn't think ahead, and I didn't order a second kit for this class. So I have parts and pieces kind of together, and I'll talk you guys through what I did already, and then you'll see me do some of the stuff currently. Moving forward, this class will become a private group eventually. Probably December's class will start being more private, maybe next month. But I kind of want you guys to see what I'm going to be doing, and so we'll be moving forward from that. In order to be a part of this class, what you're going to need to do, this is going to be a product-based class. So if you already have these kits, that's okay. It's going to be a $55 order using the host code that is assigned to it. So currently, this is the host code for this class. So if you already have this kit, that's okay. So you're gonna have to place a $55 order before shipping and tax. And along with this kit, you will also be getting extras from me. Oops, moving things around here, guys. Okay, you'll be getting extras from me. Not only will you have the kits to work from, I will also be sending extra cardstock, extra die cut pieces. So we're using the Spells and Potions set and the Halloween memories. So these all coordinate together. So I'll flip you guys around. So these all coordinate with this set. And then we have the dies for the potions and spells. Good morning, Sarah, Brenda. Let's see, where are you guys coming from? Texas, Massachusetts, Dakotas. We've got a little bit of everywhere. So this is what, this stamp is an add-on to this kit. So this is the kit we're talking about. We're talking about the Halloween memories. So in this kit, it features 8 sheets of two-tone cardstock. So that's our cardstock that is, let's say it's Gorgeous Grape. It's Gorgeous Grape on one side, lighter on the other. It's going to include 2 sheets of Willow White. The two-tone is going to be in Basic Black, Gorgeous Grape, Granny Apple Green, and Pumpkin Pie. There are double-sided designer series paper, and there's 6 sheets of that, 4 sheets of single-sided, 1 sheet of 12 by 12 sticker sheets, and then you get these awesome, and I plan to laminate these so I can just keep reusing them as I design, these awesome place cards. So this is where, while you're designing and putting things out, this is what I often do. I used to cut out computer paper and then write what size photos I did. So now I can just go through and lay these over my pages to kind of give me an idea if I don't have photos yet already printed and ready together. This is how I start, okay? So they comes with all of this, and this is the sticker sheet. Now, you can also order this sticker sheet with there's a paper pack. Now the paper pack is slightly different than maybe this is it. So this is the paper pack alone, and you can get the sticker sheet with that. So this is sold separately, these two. So it comes with the sticker sheet designer series paper. Now you can also order the two-tone cardstock in a variety pack. So it'll come with all these colors in a variety pack, okay? Oh, I have so much. So I have 6 layouts for you guys today. I have 5, possibly 6 cards. We might just throw in an extra card. We'll see where we're at for time. And like I said, we're going to be using ribbon and gems. So these, we're going to be using the buffalo check ribbon, and we're going to be using the transparent adhesive dots. So it comes in the green, some purple, and some white. And now, remember, this white we can always color with blends too. So I've got lots of fun things for you guys, and I'm really excited to be here doing this. So this is going to be what this is. So Stampin' Up! Created 6 pages that go with this kit, and it comes with instructions and all that. I am going to be doing alternatives to these kits. So next month we will be doing the reindeer memories. So the reindeer memories is going to have all of this in it. Well, I shouldn't say that. This might be there's a workshop kit, there's a designer series paper with a sticker sheet, there's the add-on here, but then there's a whole workshop kit that's all together. So there's kind of 3 different elements that can go with this, but in the workshop kits, you get a sticker sheet, cardstock, and designer series paper. Does that all make sense to everyone? So the reindeer memories is going to be for the month of November. And then in December, we will be doing the snow fun with the penguins and the snowmen and things like that. So I'm very excited for all of this. So let's get started, all right? So I'll bring you guys down here. Let me kind of move my stuff over so I don't... Linda, the catalog is actually, it's a digital catalog. What we did with the catalog is we printed it off, so you can print it at home. Stampin' Up! Did not offer it in a paper form, so I just printed it because I like a catalog. I prefer to look at things that way versus online. There's something about feeling and looking through the catalog that I like. So that's all I did is the catalog, I downloaded it and then printed it at home. So that's where the catalog is. Okay, so we have so many cool things in this kit. And some of them, I'm going to kind of start with my first one I created. I actually did this, I might have done this for the Escape. So this one I'm actually just going to kind of talk you guys through what I did. And then, oh, before I forget, I'm going to show you guys this before we get going. Okay, so I have October's, right? October? I forget where I'm at. I have this kit available. This was October's scrapbook kit. So if you are in need or want these kits, reach out to me. It's $24 plus shipping, or you can place an order. Completely up to you. These kits are available till next Friday. And then this is going to be our November scrapbook class here. I forget the date of this. I moved all of my dates for my November classes up a little bit just because of Thanksgiving. So this will also be $24 also. So reach out if you guys want these kits. Okay, so our first alternative page that I did this already. And like I said, I did not, I did this for the Escape. I showed everyone how to make this. And now I've added 4 more. So I'll go through 4 more with you and we'll go from there. So this was fairly simple. This is the 2-tone cardstock that is available in the kit. It's pumpkin pie. So we started off with that for both layouts. I cut I believe this is, yeah, I got my orange ruler, guys. This is a 3-inch strip of the DSP, and it's got these really cool books on it. And I added a piece of this Granny Apple green glimmer paper. So I added just a small strip of that on there. So in this kit, you're gonna get this. You're gonna get this cauldron all cut out for you. Okay, so this is already here. You're gonna get these mats here in the gorgeous grape. You're gonna get a basic gray kitty. You're gonna get these labels here, and you're gonna have part of this ribbon, okay? So with the label here, I've got 2 of the same label. I took this label, the black one here, I cut it in half and spread it out so that you could see it behind the white label. And now the October comes from the Halloween memories. Okay, so I just stamped this piece here onto here. Linda, you said the full pages are not being displayed. The 12 by 12 paper. Full pages are not being displayed. The 12 by 12 paper. I'm not sure I'm understanding what you're asking, Linda. I don't know if you need me to move it up on my camera. Let me know. Okay, so we've got this. This is a sticker from the sticker sheet. I placed it down, and then I put some dimensionals underneath to pop this up a little bit. Now, if you don't have this stamp set, that's okay. You can just leave it a gray kitty. If you got some googly eyes or you want to draw some eyes on there, you could do that. I just weaved my buffalo check ribbon back and forth behind this label. On your camera, you couldn't see. Okay, so is this better, Linda? Bubbles will all be die cut for you. And if you don't have the stamp set, there is this you could use in place of it. You could use this sticker sheet here, Hello October. So you could use that here instead of this if you wanted to replace this because you don't have the stamp. Or you could put any sentiment that you want here. And then this is for a 4x6 photo, and I believe this might be for a 3x4 photo, roughly. Okay, so that is this page. Fairly simple, okay? Now, on the next page, same, we have, whoops, I'll try to, make sure you guys are seeing the whole thing here. Sorry, I don't mean to make anyone sick. We're seeing the equipment on top and the bottom of paper. Tilt the camera. Okay, so let me look on my screen here, guys. How is that? Okay, I'm getting a better, and it does look a little bit better on my screen. So I just have to remember to keep this up. So remind me again, if I get off camera, I get talking and I get busy and stamping and all those things, and I kind of lose track of what I'm all doing here. So once again, a piece of pumpkin pie This is the two-tone. So you can use either side of this. Okay, can use either side. There's a lighter side. I don't know if you guys can see that on camera. A little bit lighter and a little bit darker. Okay, we're gonna cut a strip of DSP. This DSP is the striped DSP, and I cut it at 4 inches. So it's 4 by 12. You're gonna lay that strip down. Next, you're gonna get a, looks like 3/4 inch by 12 strip of the green glimmer paper. Gonna lay that down. You're gonna have your 2 gorgeous grape mats, okay? And there, this circle is from the sticker sheet. So it says, "You cast a spell on me." And then I also cut out a green glimmer sticker circle for you guys. And you'll have the parts for your broom. And then I will cut you out a crow. And like I said, if you don't have the stamp set, that's okay. You can just put a gray crow up there, or you can just put an eye on there, and all should be good there. And the rest of this is stickers. So we got some bats, stars, and the So Spooky. So these here are all stickers from your sticker sheet. The rest is die cut for you. And that is included in your kit when you place your order with me. So those are our 2 alternative pages that we have so far. So that's 2 pages. Now we're gonna get into a little more fun here. So the first one I have and this is one of the cool things that you'll see with the two-tone paper in just a moment. But there was this grid sheet paper in here, and it was just black and white. And I wanted to add some color to it. I didn't like that it was just black and white. So what I did is I took my spritzer here. I filled it up with rubbing alcohol. Now the reason why I'm using rubbing alcohol is because it dries faster and it doesn't make the paper bubble like water would. And because this is thinner paper, I was really afraid of wrecking the paper, so I used rubbing alcohol, and I believe I have the 91% at home. I filled it up to, like 3/4 full, and I added about 6 drops or so of ink. I do feel when you use alcohol versus water, the color is a little bit more diluted. So if you want a darker color, so I use Gorgeous Grape. If you wanted a darker color, just add more ink. But I felt like 6 drops was sufficient. And then just shake it around, back and forth like this a little bit. And I had a little leakage here, but all I did now is I just randomly sprayed it. I'm not looking for full coverage. I'm not looking, for a solid image. I don't mind that I have some closer blobs and I have some that are further out. I'm okay with that. So the closer you go, where did I put my baby wipes? I don't know. I got a bit of an inky mess here, so let's try not to make everything purple. So all I do is I take my paper and now I just spritz it. Like that. That's all I do. And like I said, I feel like Halloween can be one of those things that it can be a little bit messy and not perfect. I feel that that's how Halloween is. It's fun and messy and drippy and gooey and all of that. So that's all I did with this. And with the alcohol, it does dry fairly fast. Then I also took my purple Gorgeous Grape marker, my Stampin' Write marker, and I wanted some darker spots on here. So I just took my marker with my tip. You guys have seen me do this in many videos before. My marker with my tip, and I'm just flicking it in the cap just to get some darker spots. And I did this, there's 2 of these pages. I did this to both pages, okay? So you'll see that in the next one. Okay. Bring all my pieces over. So what I did here is we have, this is a 4x6 photo, and I took the cardstock, the two-tone cardstock. Now this is the great thing about the two-tone cardstock is that when you tear it, there is a white core, and that's what they mean with Stampin' Up! When they say a white core. That is the difference between our traditional cardstock is dyed all the way through. This cardstock has a white core, so the color is actually printed on versus dyed. And all I did is I cut strips like this, so this is about 1 inch, and I tore it. I'm not looking for perfection here. So you've got your dark black side, and you have more of a basic gray side, okay? So depending, you could leave it like this, so that you just have the dark edge there, or you can flip this over like this, and then you get the white edge. So that's what I did. So all I did with this is I put it and glued it like this, and then I also did it with a blue one with the pool party. So you have 2 layers here. So I was just looking to add a little bit more color to my layouts. Okay, so I have my 3 photo spots I'm going to do with this one. I stamped already Spooky Fun from the Halloween Memories, and we put it on a piece of the Pool Party two-tone cardstock, and I stamped it in Gorgeous Grape. Then I added a strip of, this is actually Peach Pie, so the In Color Glimmer paper, and I added that to the back, snipped my ends on an angle, and I heat embossed a kitty. But if you don't have this, remember, it's okay. You could just leave them black. And then I have the books here. So this is from the DSP. So I just fussy cut out a section of the books. I plan on putting that up here somehow, like that. We're gonna put our crow on top of the books. And I cut out some bottles. And all of these pieces here, you will get in part of your kit. And then we added glimmer paper to those. So this is all we're doing. We're just kind of layering everything up like so before I adhere it. So we got a cat, and of course we need a witch's broom. So this is how our layout's gonna go. So now that I have our layout pretty much, we can start gluing everything down and adhering it. And this is what I do when I do my scrapbook process. I cut things out, I don't glue anything down, and move things around until I get it the way that I want. Now we might go through afterwards and add a few stickers here and there that we have extra, but I just want to make sure that I have enough to put on everything. We're gonna pop up these books. And of course, pop up our little crow. Same with our cat. So is anyone doing anything fun this weekend? Anything happening exciting? We had trick-or-treating yesterday. We always do trick-or-treating the weekend before Halloween. That's just been our tradition for many years. We'll pop up our title here. How many of you have purchased these kits already and played with them? Well, it looks like this one is glued down. I was going to make it a little more crooked, but that's okay. All right, we're going to take our bottles, add some dimensionals to the back of these. Now everything that I am making for the most part, minus the cardstock that I added, has been used. So the cards and the layouts are all from the kit. So there's a lot of pieces to these kits that you guys can get a lot of use. Like I said, we're making 6 layouts. We have 5 cards and maybe possibly another card, and I still have leftovers. So there's a lot of possibilities with these kits. Debbie, you have created 2 alternatives. I would love to see them. I would love for you guys to go to my Facebook page, Glitter and Ink with Gina, right here. And I would love for you guys to post what you guys are creating for alternatives. We all inspire each other, and I would love to see, I lost a little bottle here, guys. Love to see what you guys are creating with these kits. Make sure it's not on my arms. Well, he will magically reappear later. That's usually what happens, is I find them when I'm all done. And so anyways, I would put the other bottle right here. And Polly, you haven't even created any yet, so hopefully this will inspire you to get started. So this is another alternative for you. I guess I have another bottle. I'm not quite sure where he went, but we'll find him later. So here's page 3. And like I said, I might go through and add a few things. We got to add gems to our pages, things like that. I just want to get most of the stuff down, and then I'll see what I have extra to add in here and there, okay? So the next page also, I did the same thing. It's the grid paper. Oops. And I have 4x4 photos here. Linda, you haven't scrapbooked in ages. Well, now's the time. Get on the bandwagon with all of us and get inspired. So once again, I tore those pieces again, and I just put them on one side just to give it a little bit of texture, dimension, okay? And I put those pieces on the outside of my 4x4 photos. Okay, and we're going to be doing this. Kathy, you have a 2-year-old and a 9-year-old grandkids. Made a surprise trick-or-treat visit last. Oh, and so now you have several pictures to scrapbook. That is awesome. And I will tell you, I've told you guys this before, my kids love to look at the photos and pull out scrapbooks and stuff like that. Now, I'm a bad mom. I as much as I wanted to scrapbook all of their pictures, I have not done that, but they do love the story, and when they see that, and they love to go through the pictures on my phone, and I have way too many pictures on my phone, but someday I'll get those all, or at least my favorites that tell the stories, bring the memories, and that's what it's all about. It's about telling a story. And that's what I love about scrapbooking, is the story that it tells. They're not just photos anymore. They become a book. Trying to make these even a little bit anyways. Okay, so what I did next is I kind of made a center. We're gonna make a piece that goes here. So what I did, and I kind of played with this quite a bit before I got it the way that I wanted. So what I did was I cut this black label out. Then I decided I wanted a cauldron on it. So I cut out this cauldron. I embossed it with the swirling embossing folder. I have some ribbon, that black and vanilla. I know it's vanilla, but it's okay. Black and vanilla ribbon that I just kind of wrapped around twice, or kind of took some ribbon in half and laid it out. And then I took a piece of that peach pie again, glitter or glimmer paper. I cut a strip out. Now my strip originally that I cut was not big enough. And that's okay because I just cut it in half, because why waste glimmer paper, right? I cut it in half and I spread it out. And then I added this Halloween sticker. So I popped up my cauldron on my black label. I popped up my word Halloween on here. So we have the black label, the cauldron, the Halloween. Behind the black label is our ribbon, which I didn't make long enough, so I just cut it in half, put my two ends, added my glimmer paper, and that's how we got this label here. And of course, I'm gonna pop it up some more because everything's better with pop-ups. Now, are you guys okay? Like, this is my first time doing this kit and stuff, and I was trying to just make it work, but are you guys okay with me having some stuff pre-done? Are you understanding kind of the concept that I've done? Or would you prefer me to start from the very beginning on all of this and from scratch? Okay, so now we have this in the center. Isn't that cool? And then I took some peach pie and cut out some bubbles. So we're gonna add some bubbles here. So I'm actually gonna flip these all over, or at least the bigger ones here. And I'm going to add my dimensionals. So when you get this kit, you will have to cut your own pieces from your kit. You will have to cut your own strips from your paper pack. Like I said, I will provide all of this for you. And you'll get instructions for this. We'll see if these dimensionals are small enough for these little tiny bubbles. Oh, it looks like they might be. A little bit. So I'm doing it mostly in the center because that's where our photos are going to be, and we don't want to cover up our photos. So I've got that, and then I'm just going to take a few of these and randomly fill in some spots here. Hey, I found my bottle, guys. Right here on my arm. I knew I would find it. So I'll put it right here for now. Okay, and we'll go through and add gems and any extra stickers. Like I said, I just wanted to make sure that I had enough for everything. So here's page 4 done. And of course, don't forget to add some Wink of Stella here and there. I'll put my little bottle in here now that it's been found. Okay, and then this next one here is kind of, I feel like, my Beetlejuice-inspired, with the black and white striped DSP. Lots of fun. Okay, so we get this really cool piece of spider web paper. So it's got a spider web along the outside here, right? And then you get your two-tone paper in your kit. So this is a 9 1/4 by 9 1/4 square. And what I did is I took the stamp Wickedly Good Times, and I stamped it all over my paper, just in random spots. And that's part of the Memories, Halloween Memories stamp. So it's this right here. And I love that it's big, bold words, because it really gives, Mary, you love my arm pieces, right? Oh, so it really can just add a whole new, you created your own DSP with those stamps and with your paper. So then what I did is I took my Gorgeous Grape ink. So this is the light side of my Gorgeous Grape. You can use either side, but I chose the light side because now I'm going to go through, I'm going to take my blending brush and go around the edges and just darken it. So it's going to be a little bit lighter in the center and darker on the outside. So I'm just adding some ink, and I've done some of this already. And I'm just going around the edges. Okay, so just like that. So you get a little bit lighter in the middle, a little bit darker on the outside, and I use full strength to stamp the sentiment, okay? And now, this is where the fun comes in. So we're gonna glue this, adhere this, down like so. Make sure your words are facing the direction you need them to. Okay. I just love this. I'm so excited. Okay. So then here's my Beetlejuice paper. I call this Beetlejuice paper because that's what I think it looks like. Okay. So this is going to be a 4x6 photo, a 3x4 photo, and a 4x4 photo. So it sounds like a lot of you are okay with some pre-construction too, so that's good. I know sometimes, you know, I get boring to listen to, and I'm okay with that. So we're gonna bring in our cauldron. Guess what we're gonna make? We are gonna make a witch coming out of our cauldron. How fun, right? So here are her beautiful stockings. Okay, I'm gonna get these adhered down. I'm gonna pop these up, I believe. So look on the other side. This is cool bubble paper, but I really like these stripes. Okay. So we're gonna go through, add some dimensionals, and adhere these. I wish I had an assistant here right now to take off all my little dimensionals. And I am completely okay with my paper going in different directions. Like I said, I feel like it's Beetlejuice and we can flop things around a little bit. Okay, so we're gonna pop up our cauldron. Actually, I'm gonna put that down a little bit lower because we gotta glue our feet on, or glue our socks on, leggings. Okay, I got that. And then I'm going to put these like this, but we're gonna pop them up again. I think that's about the height that I want them. Now, to make our boots, I'm supposed to have an extra piece in here. But I don't. But I have a big shot here, and I will create some boots with you. So let me get a scrap here. So these are our little boots, and I'm going to show you guys how to make our little boots. I got this, I believe Susan Campfield was the one that demonstrated this, so I thought it was super cute. Oh, I bet it's in the card kit. Okay, it is. So what I did was I took my die of my cauldron and I cut about, I think this is about 3/4 of an inch or so, roughly. Just under by 1/8 or so, so about 3/4 of an inch, roughly, or a little bit smaller. So all you needed to do was take your piece of paper we'll use this piece here. And you just needed to take your die and cut out about that much, okay? I don't know if you guys can tell that on here. Let me get the big shot. So this is all you need to do. So cut a strip out and cut this piece out, okay? And that's how you get part of your boot. So now that you have this piece here, we got some cat ears here, we are going to cut this in half. Okay, so we've got our heel, we've got our toe, and this is our boot. Then the next thing that we need to do is you're going to take the two large bubbles. So you've got this large bubble and the large bubble from here. There's two ways to do this. So we're going to use the two large bubbles. You're going to line them up here. You don't want any of the black showing through your hole. Bring this a little bit closer, guys. So you don't want any of that black showing. You just want to do it like that. Okay, so you're just taking a little bit of a notch out of it. Now, another way that you can do this I had a little, now this is retired, but this is a little 1/2 inch circle punch. And I am just going to take this, and I am taking just the smallest bit. I don't know if you guys can see that on the camera. I'm just taking a little bit. I'm not sticking the whole thing in here. I am just taking just a little tiny notch out, like that. Okay. And the same thing on this side. Just a little notch like that. Okay, so now we have our witch's boots. Remind me, guys, when I say I've lost my boots for my card, where they are, because, you know, that happens. All right, so we'll bring our page back in. We've got our cauldron. We've got our boots hanging, or her feet dangling in the sky here. And then we can add her boots. Like so. Ta-da! That's so cute. So for those of you who love punch art, this is perfect for you. So now we have a witch coming out of our cauldron. I just think this is adorable. I don't know why, but maybe I've watched a little too much of the Sanderson sisters lately. Okay. So now we have our boots on, right? Cute. We're going to add some dimensionals to our broom. And we are going to just add this. Whoa, I knew this was going to happen. That was a lot of glue. So there we go. And now we can start working on our cauldrons. So you got your ooey gooey stuff here. And then I'm going to stick bubbles behind her legs and in front of her legs. I just think this is adorable, you guys. So now, don't forget to take your Halloween photos this week. Do a lot of you do a trick-or-treating on Halloween for you guys? During the day, during the evening? What are the traditions in the different states? I know different states and even different cities just here in Wisconsin do things differently. Okay, so page number 5 done. Isn't this cute? Oh goodness, I love it. Okay. Now for our 6th page here. Still in the Beetlejuice mode. And we brought in the Round We Go dies. Okay. So here, once again, I'm going to add some of the Gorgeous Grape around the edges. And I will say, when I am blending this ink around, I do feel that it's a little bit different than our cardstock. I feel like you have a little more, the ink doesn't soak in right away, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I feel like you have more time to kind of spread it around. Like there's a silkiness or something to the paper. Okay, so I've done that to this. We got a little bit lighter center. We're gonna cover up a lot of that center though. with our striped paper. Okay, so now we have a 4x12 sheet of the DSP, and we have 1/2" strips of the bubble paper, which is the opposite side of this by 12, and we're going to adhere these. Wow. Apparently I feel like this is harder than it looks. Well, maybe this piece isn't quite. I thought this black and white one was 12 inches. It's actually 11. So 4 by 11, and then you have your 1/2" strips. So something like that. Okay, so we have that together. Now, you're going to have 2 pieces like this cut out. This is from the Round We Go. So we're going to make a little pinwheel. And so you have 2 edges, or I should say 1 edge on each side, that are kind of tapered in. This is the sides that you're going to use to glue. Now, one thing you want to make sure, which edge is going to be your outside edge. Do you want it to be rounded, or do you want it to be pokey? Completely up to you how you want to do that. But make sure that you have all your pointy sides up the same way going as your rounded edges, okay? Or they won't line up. So I'm going to start putting this together so that it has time to dry. And these pieces come scored for you, and you just score them or fold them on the score lines, just going back and forth, making a zigzag. Okay, so we have that piece there. So this is for your back piece, okay? And we're going to bring in the word memories. So I'm going to layer this up with dimensionals. I should probably put my dies away before I lose pieces, right guys? Okay, so we're going to add dimensionals. And this is just cardstock. Okay, we're just going to glue this one down. Now it's time to make our pinwheel. So I'm going to kind of push these all together a little bit. Actually, I forgot to glue this side. We had to glue our edges, okay? I knew I was forgetting to do something. I glued the one, but not the other. Okay, we're gonna let that sit a little bit. So then, while that's sitting, we're gonna adhere this on an angle, like so, okay? And then we're gonna cut off any of the excess. Okay, so now I've cut off the excess. We can bring in our sheet like this and adhere it. So fun. And then we have two pieces of for our photos. And like I said, I feel very Beetlejuice-y with this, so you could put them on here straight. I want to make things slightly crooked. So this is going to be for your 3x4 photos, okay? I'm going to pop these up. Any of your husbands complain about dimensional backings everywhere? Glenn hasn't said anything, but I wonder what he thinks. Because I feel like they are everywhere. I wear them around the house. They scatter throughout the house. Oops. Okay. We're going to do that. Then we're going to bring in our sticker sheet. And we have the spookiest little monster. And I am going to adhere this right on the top, like that. Now we are going to bring in our circle, and what I do is I just fold it in like so. You might have to bend in your pieces a little bit, but there we go, okay? And it just kind of folds down like this. And this is what holds it together. going to flip it over. And I have this extra circle here. And that's going to go on the back. And my circle moved just a little bit here. So now I'm just going to take a stamp block. Oops. And put it on top and let that be for just a moment. We're going to grab our memory sticker here. And that is actually going to go on the center here. Like that. Okay, and then we will glue this to our page. And I'm just going to add a bat like this, right there. And we're going to start adding our gems in, and then you guys can see all of these kind of put together side by side. Now, these are the transparent adhesive dots. I don't know where I want it. We'll just do them like that. Or actually what I could, nope. All right. We could put it on the center of our bat. Do one like that. Now you could also, we could, just in a few of these corners, add the gems like that. And then the same thing with this one. We're going to put, oops, actually, you're also going to get some rhinestones. We're going to decorate her boots just a little bit. Put two little and I just add a few of these little darker green ones to some of our bubbles. Whoa, that one went flying. Did you guys see that? So like that. Let's see. These stick good. All right, so we just added a few. So here are these two layouts, side by side. And I've got to add some of my purple gems here. So what do you guys think of these alternatives? Any questions about anything? So Beetlejuice-inspired layout here. And we'll go back through the rest of them. We're going to get our cards started. And I think we'll go from there as far as adding the extra pieces and things like that. Okay, so we'll go back to our first card here. I shouldn't say our first card. Now, a couple of these cards here, I let my scrapbook pages kind of inspire my card creations. So I know for those of you who are not scrapbookers, you're just card makers, you can take elements from a scrapbook page and turn it into a card. So don't be afraid to do that. And vice versa, take a card and let it inspire you with a scrapbook layout. I often do that too. So this is the one where we have the Witch's Cauldron, right? So we have a piece of basic black cardstock, traditional card base. We have a piece of gorgeous grape. That is, I didn't write down which card bases everything was. Grape, black. Okay, so traditional card base, we have grape at 5 1/4 by 4. And then this is your two-toned pool party. So you'll have to cut this piece yourself out of your 12 by 12 cardstock out of your kit. This one is 5 1/8 by 3 7/8. And then I ran it through the dots folder. Now, if you don't have the dots folder, that's okay. Use any embossing folder you want or leave it plain. But the cool thing, and I don't know if this will be with all folders, but with this folder in particular, when I ran it through the embossing folder, it gave the dots kind of a crackled look. And I don't know if the screen will pick that up. I doubt that you guys can see it, but each of the dots, the bigger dots anyways, have some of that white core from the center came through, and it kind of gives it a crackled look to it. So it looks really, really cool. Okay, so of course, we're gonna bring our cauldron in, and we will pop our cauldron up. So just like we did on our scrapbook layout. Add that here. We'll pop up our little legs. Excuse me. How many of you like to do Halloween projects? I know Halloween is kind of a hit or a miss with people as far as what they like to create. Some people get into Halloween, some people do not. How many of you enjoy doing Halloween projects? And the other thing to make sure of is that you have your stripes the same. Unless, of course, you're witch, and I know it's very trendy with kids and stuff to not have your socks match, so maybe hers don't match, so you could totally do that too. Personal preference, I think. So once again, we'll bring in our shoes. So there's our shoes. And of course, we'll bring in some rhinestones. We'll bedazzle her a little bit. Oops, I didn't bring the gem with me. Okay, so we have our bedazzled boots. We're gonna add here our cauldron bubbles and ooey goos. I have to say, I was very excited. I should say, I was a little disappointed when we got the holiday catalog and I saw nothing for Halloween. We do enjoy Halloween, so I was a little sad. But then when I saw this come out and the extra DSP, I was like, yay! Very much in love. Very fun colors in this. You know, very traditional, but I do like this pop of pool party. I was kind of like, oh, pool party is really not, you know, a Halloween color, but I do really like it with this color combination. That's one thing I always find kind of is great about Stampin' Up! Is that they really do some cool color combinations that maybe, you know, you wouldn't normally think of. Polly, you love Halloween. Yay. I like having my few Halloween friends that like to do all that stuff. I haven't always been known to dress up. I always say I want to, but usually by the time I get the kids done and stuff, I don't have time to do anything for myself. So I never ended up dressing up very much, but my husband loves to. And now that we have an area that kind of has, you know, some acreage and a woods, I think down the line, it's my husband's hope to do a little, I don't know how many people we would get, but maybe with Facebook and stuff, you know, how news travels and that, I think he would like to do a little haunted woods and stuff. I think that would be his hopes. He would love that. He loves Halloween. And do you dress up, Polly, or it sounds like you do? Oh, yes, I'm not into the gory stuff either. Now, my husband, he loves all the gory stuff. I'm more of the cutesy, love seeing the little kids. I'm doing that. But yeah, the blood and guts, no thank you. And Mary, you do a little bit for the grandkids. Well, that is wonderful. Nothing is cuter as when you see the kids, the little ones especially, all dressed up. And I kudos to a lot of parents too who really get in to the whole thing. I see baby carriages decked out now, different things like that. So kudos to all the moms and dads out there that kind of go the extra mile and do those kind of things, because you are creating wonderful memories for your kids, grandkids, whatever it is. I saw this was on Facebook actually, someone who did a, they took, so they had more like a wagon, I guess, and they, he had 3 toddlers in the wagon. It was super cute. And in this wagon then, he had the 3 toddlers, and he cut out 6 holes, and their heads popped through, and oh gosh, he made it whack-a-mole. So he had a little blowing up thing, and so then another toddler came over and she kind of whacked the kids on the head. It was super cute. I'm like, oh, that was just so clever how they did that. Yes, the Haunted Woods does sound fun, Polly, and I have to give kudos to my husband, and it will definitely be kid-friendly if I have my way, because I'm not into the gory stuff, but he totally loves that. Anyways, so, and you love to dress up. You've been on Little Bo Peep, Statue of Liberty, Raggedy Andy. Oh, very cool. So yeah, I like to be a Disney character. I'm a Disney fan, so I will tend to be something on that sorts. So we're going to bring in our Potions of Spell stamp. And we're going to stamp Halloween on here in Gorgeous Grape. It's nice though when it's not too cold outside and you can actually see the kids' costumes. I don't know how many times over the years I have actually bought my kids' costumes extra big to fit over their winter coats and stuff so that they could stay warm. We never know with Halloween the weather that we'll have. We've had snow, we've had rain. This weekend though, it was cooler, but it was still a beautiful weekend. So now that I stamped it on my piece of white here, I'm just angling my ends. We are going to take our ribbon, we're going to bring in our checkered ribbon here. And I think I'll just do one little strip here. We took our kids, there's a place, probably 45 minutes north from us. We took our kids to, and they do like a haunted street. So I think it's like just a bunch of neighbors that must get together and friends and things like that. And you stay in your car and you drive through. So the whole street is decorated, but then they have people dressed up in costumes and they come to the car and, you know, they're running their chainsaws and popping in windows and things like that. My kids enjoy that one too. And that one's nice to do when the weather is crummy especially, and we can do that. Another one that we do, we have over by Chilton, which another like 40 minutes from us or so, they have a golf course. It's called a haunted golf course, and they have areas of the golf course that are all decked out. You know, they have different areas, and there is someone who drives you on a golf cart, and the golf cart varies from, it can hold 4 people to, I don't know, they have these really giant ones too. And they drive you around and people come out of the woods and things like that. So that's really fun too. Okay, so we got our Happy Halloween on there with our little bit of ribbon. It looks a little crooked in my screen here, but up close it looks fine. And I have a few extra bubbles left, so I'm just going to put them down here. Like that, and then we'll put one, we'll just glue it down. like that. I'll probably have enough where I could probably, if I get enough of these left over, I could probably make a shaker card out of it. Okay, so now we're just going to adhere our pieces together. So we'll adhere our blue pool party onto our gorgeous grape, and then onto our black card base. And then I don't think I cut any insides, so I will, usually I have some all kind of cut up and prepped, and I don't think I did that today. So traditional mats in a card are 5 1/4 by 4, and you will get 4 out of a traditional 8 1/2 by 11 piece. So I'm cutting this at 5 1/4, and then I'll cut these by 4. Okay. So now we have our card bases. We'll bring one in. And I think we'll just grab the bubbles and stamp that. In our granny apple. And then what you can do is take your Wink of Stella and color your bubbles in a little bit. Okay. Don't forget to wipe off your Wink of Stella. And we'll bring in, how about double, double toil and trouble. So does anyone have any plans today? Anyone do anything fun, exciting? I didn't even look. Are the Packers playing today? Okay, we can glue this to the inside of our card now. So I use Gorgeous Grape to stamp my sentiment. There we go. Card number 1 done. Isn't that cute? So that one is that. We'll clean these off so I don't hopefully get ink everywhere. Our next card is, we will do the rosette again. So that inspired this one. So like I said, you have these 2 pieces and you have a notch on one end. So right away I'm going to glue this. That way when I fold it, okay, and then we just go back and forth. A little time consuming, but gives a really nice element to our cards and our scrapbook pages, especially sometimes, you know, how do you make your scrapbook page not look flat? Well, just like with our cards, you layer everything, add dimension. Now, originally, I cut this out of the black and white paper. I was so excited to do that, but then I realized if you had your kit and you didn't have the round Rigo dies, you couldn't do it. So you guys got orange instead. And like I said, this is all going to be die cut for you already. Bring this around and we will glue it together. Like so. And once again, make sure your round ends are together and your pointy ends. Okay, I'm gonna let that sit for a moment. We'll layer our pieces again. So just remember, don't forget that scrapbook pages can inspire cards and vice versa. Don't feel that because you prefer to be a card maker and not a scrapbooker that, you know, your scrapbook pages, your elements, can't be turned into cards. So these kits are not just for scrapbookers, they are for card makers too. I just push this all down. If I have it all like folded a little bit. Make sure your things are folded good because that's how the round part comes easier. I have a funky one here. So there we go. Flip this over. Put adhesive on the back of this one and on the back of this one. I'm going to hold it for a bit. And it's not quite ready yet. Oops, I gotta make sure. All right, I glued this wrong because my seams for where my two pieces are gathered are actually glued on this side. Now some people use tear tape. You can use tear tape too. I know some people use clothespins and they will hold their pieces together while they also dry too. Okay, so we're gonna flip this over. That's the thing. You put a lot of glue on here and it needs some time to set and dry. Okay, we're gonna stick a stamp on that. We're gonna set that aside. My fingers are all full of glue now. Okay. What's everyone's beverage of choice this morning? I've got my tea here. Okay, so we have a different card base. We have 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. So it's cut at 4 1/4 by 8 1/2 and scored at 4 1/4. And let's see, I think this one is, so your DSP is going to be 3 1/4 by 3 1/4, and then your gorgeous grape piece is going to be 3 1/2 by 3 1/2. We'll pop this up. And you could, if you wanted to, you could stamp bubbles around the edges or another thing around the edges if you would like. So, oops. Our rosette is ready. I go on here like this, and we are going to bring in the word eek. So we're going to pop that up. And don't be afraid, you can pop up these stickers. Just because they have adhesive already on them doesn't mean you can't pop them up. Isn't that cute? Oh my goodness. Okay. And all those fun colors in there. So that's just using a sticker. So I know, it's geared towards scrapbooking, but really all of these stickers can be used on a card too. I know there are a couple of really large ones in the Christmas one that you probably can't, but for the most part, most of these stickers can be. So I think I'm going to put a black cat on the inside of this one. And we'll bring in our gorgeous grape and stamp Happy Halloween. Okay, and then we can adhere this on the inside. And we have card number 2 done. So just like that. Okay, so card number 2. Card number 3. We made an easy Z fold. So it's 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2 and 2 3/4. We have gorgeous grape. We're using the two-toned Pool Party and the striped paper. So we have, oh, let's see, this is 2 3/4, so I believe this is 2 1/2 by 4. So each side goes down by 2 by 1/4 inch. Well, I must not have written this one down. So these go down 1/4 inch and then can be adhered to this panel. Like so. Then we have another piece. Oh, this is 4 1/4 by 3 1/4. And then a white piece that is 4 by 3. Okay, our white piece is what we're going to adhere things to. So we have this really cute spider web. We're going to adhere that to the corner, but I'm going to pop it up, maybe, but stop sticking to me. So I'm going to put that in the corner of our white piece. Then I'm going to take my black Stampin' Write marker and my ruler, and I'm just going to draw a little black line, hopefully straight. Okay. And then there's this spider sticker. So we'll place that here. Actually, we're going to pop him up too. Isn't that cute? Oh my goodness. Okay, and then we're going to put, I don't know what will fit here. Not Happy Halloween. So we're going to go with Hocus Pocus. A little Hocus Pocus, and we'll stamp that in the purple. So I'm just going to tuck it up here, like that. Oh, isn't it cute? That's the one thing I wish that they had as part of the stamp set, was some spider webs and little spiders and more bats. I will say I kind of whined about that. I want more bats and spiders to add to my pages and things, but so Stampin' Up, if you're out there listening, I would like more bats and spiders, please, for next year. Okay, so we have our Pool Party piece. We're going to add here. like this. Isn't this cute? Okay, and then we're gonna just pop up the one side of our piece here. We're gonna put it down like this. And then I think we'll stamp Happy Halloween in pumpkin pie. Oops, that's not pumpkin pie. That's pool party. And I think I'm gonna do a crow. And I'm gonna do a purple Gorgeous Grape crow. Something a little bit different. Ta-da! Okay, so that's going to be the inside. So the reason we did those dimensionals like that is so that when you open up your card, you don't see those dimensionals. I'm using up the last of my glue bottle today. Okay, so there we go. So, and one thing you want to remember too is make sure that you're not stamping on the outside edge there. So there we go. We have our cute little spider web, a little hocus pocus. This looks a little crooked, but maybe that's because of the hocus pocus. We won't say it's me. There we go, guys. So card number 3 done. Okay, let's see. What's my next one? This one we brought in the book DSP. We got a piece of Gorgeous Grape. And like I said, these DSP pieces you will have to cut out at home, but I will provide the cardstock in that for you. So we got our mat here, okay? Oh, I pricked glue. Here we go. I didn't want to prick glue on that yet because I want to adhere some ribbon. Okay, so we have our books here, and what we're going to end up doing, we're kind of going to pretend that this is a little bit of a moon with our cat and our broom. We'll put a little sentiment on there. Okay, so we're going to wrap this around the edge. Bring in our tear tape. You know, another nice thing is if you're just starting out making cards at all, or even scrapbooking, these kits would be really great because they have a little bit of everything that you can make out of those kits. You have your cardstock, your two-tone cardstock. That could be your card base if you wanted. Plus you have DSP right away, so you wouldn't need anything else beyond some envelopes and some stamps and maybe some labels. But if this has a sticker sheet, you don't even need labels. We're gonna stamp in black. Our kitty. And I always find sometimes that this is easier to stamp this way than to try to see through your block and stamp. Okay, we're going to pop this one up. Once you pop, you can't stop, so we're just going to keep on popping today. And these are the Spotlight in Nature's dies. There we go. There goes our cat. Then we have our broom. Do it like that. And we'll see, maybe I've got this white strip here where I could put a Happy Halloween. We'll see if it fits. I didn't really plan for, oh, it'll just fit, you guys. I think I was just gonna stamp on the circle, but maybe that's what we'll do. I know I have it popped up already, but we're gonna stamp right on our circle and hope for the best. Let's hope I can stamp on this okay, even though I have dimensionals and I stuck my thumb in there, you guys. I got ink all over it. You know what we're gonna do? Our little kitty cat is gonna get moved. Now, if you have an eraser, an ink eraser, you could use that too. But in this case, look at it, all works out okay. Nothing is worse is when you stick your fingers in the ink pad. Okay, and then we're gonna make a little mini bow. Sometimes if you can't get your nails out of your, that's what I do. I use my scissors. So we're gonna make a little itty bitty baby bowl. Cut our little, oh, they might have to be smaller. bring in our glue dots. There, we'll put our bow like so. Isn't that cute, you guys? And I feel like I'm going to use a little bit of rhinestones. Or no, we'll use these white ones. We haven't used the white ones yet. I know I kind of forgot to put gems on some of the other cards. So there we go. Now remember, these white ones, you could take your blends and color them orange or purple, whatever works for you. Wish they had a little broom stamp. I'd like a little broom in the corner. But we're gonna go with the kitty. Bonnie says I pulled a Bonnie with the ink. She does that often. I said it's always made with love. If they want a perfect card, they can go to Hallmark, but right now it's made with love, and we're gonna go with it. And we will stamp Halloween. Happy Halloween in pumpkin pie. There we go. And we'll glue this on the inside. There we go. So card number 4, and then we've got our final card that I made up. Unless you guys want to see me make another card, we could make another card. I'll let you guys pull this in the comments here. Okay, so this one was a little bit different. This card, let me see if I wrote this one down. Okay, so you need a piece of 3.5 by 4 3/4 of white. Okay, so that's what we have here. Now, on the bottom of our sticker sheet, you have these 3 long strips. Perfect for a scrapbook page, or we're gonna break it up. And I'm gonna show you how I cut my strips. Okay, so what I did here is I stuck my paper in like this. Now, this outer edge line that you have right here is longer than your actual sticker. Your sticker actually goes in, I don't know, a little less than 1/4 of an inch. So what I did to get it where I wanted to is I lined up my ruler, and I'm cutting it at 4. So what I could do is I flip my ruler around, I lined it up, and I moved it down to 8 inches. So where my 8 lines up with my ruler, I pulled my ruler out, and then I slid, pretend this is my cutting blade, up to cut my sticker, is what I did. And then once you have that cut, you get this flap, right? So then, now that you have your flap, you can pull this back, and then I took this all the way to 4 again, and I sliced it up. So I took and sliced it up. And then you have another piece here. So I think this is like, it's an odd size. It's not full 12 inches. So this becomes 3 and something. Okay, so now you have 6 pieces cut at 4, and then you had 3 extra ones here. So what I did then is I took those strips and I spaced them out. I kind of laid them out. Now they will stick, so I just laid them kind of down just to see how they laid out, and it worked out really, really well for what I needed. So once you have those strips, I started at the top, and then I put the bottom one down. So I put the top one and then the bottom one, and then I worked my way to the middle just so I could make sure my middle strip worked out. So you actually need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you're gonna use 8 of the strips on this piece, and they're longer than this. I made it that way. And then all you're gonna do is anything hanging over, you're gonna snip off, okay? And that's how I made this sheet. So this is all done with the stickers, okay? And then you have 1 sticker that's left over. So I'm going to pull all my pieces together. Okay, and with that 1 sticker that's left over, you're going to get a strip of black cardstock that's just slightly bigger than this strip, and you're going to adhere it onto this black strip all the way to the edge. So you're just going to have black on both edges, okay? So we have a piece of the pool party 2-sided cardstock, and you have this piece. So we can glue these 2 pieces together. Well, I think this one is coming to the end of its life. Oops. So we'll adhere this onto here. And then we can attach it to our card base. Chris would be so proud with all the purple I've used in all these cards. Okay, so there's our card base. Now you have a tag die. This is from, I believe, the Merriest Trees. So there's this little die, and we're gonna adhere this towards the bottom of our strip. And there's gonna be excess. That's okay, we're just gonna cut that off. I am gonna leave this stitched part on the bottom because I like it. Flip this over, and this is what I did with the sticker sheet. I flipped it over and I cut off all of the extra pieces. Okay, so now we have our little tag, and our tag is going to go like this. But first we need our ribbon, and I'm going to actually cut or color it. What color did I bring? Green. So we're going to pull in our granny apple, and I'm going to color it with our alcohol marker. Look at that. And I'm just going to flip it over just to make sure both sides were covered good. And I have some white baker's twine. Now the white baker's twine comes, I have some old stuff, but it comes in a naturals pack. So I believe it's crumb cake, gray granite, black, white, and one other color in there. Okay. So I'm going to string this through. Like so. We're going to bring in our twine here. Cut off a piece. Cut off our ribbon too. Okay. So we're just going to take this, wrap it around, and tie it in a knot. I'm making this look really difficult, I know. It is easier when someone can hold your tails for you. So, there we go. Okay. Cut a little bit more off, like that. We're going to bring in our card, pop up our little label. And I am purposely putting my label on here, Cricut, so it's done on purpose. Okay, and then we have these adorable bottles. We're gonna pop them up also. So just like so. And then this is where we're gonna go back to our scrapbook pages and probably add a few little pieces yet. There are all of these cool little sayings here. So I cut one of them out, and it's called Trick or Treat is this one. We're gonna add a little bit of dimensionals. Like I said, I didn't know what I would all have left, and I wanted to make sure that just by using one sheet, what you could do with all of these stickers. So there we go. We'll pop up this. And we will add, not too much here, everything's sticky. A few little green bubbles. So we got green, and I think we'll put a purple one. Right there. So there we go. There's card number 5 for you guys today. Okay, so let's stamp the inside with, I'm gonna go with bubbles again, and we're gonna do the granny apple. Bring in our Wink of Stella, color in our bubbles a little bit. stamp our sentiment in black. Okay. Okay, so I'll bring in our cards and then we're kind of going to go back over and maybe add just a few more things to our scrapbook pages. Okay, so here are our card. Oops, you know what I wanted? I wanted to make a little bow. I did not finish my bow here. Okay, so here are the 5 cards we made. Look at that, adorable. So 5 cards, and we made 6 scrapbook pages. And I have extras. I will show you my little pack of extras. I still have quite a bit left over in here. I did not use the white cardstock in here. I've got scraps. I've got larger pieces yet of DSP. I still have like a couple full sheets of DSP. I still have some of, you know, the two-tone cardstock in here. So there's still plenty left over to create so much more, you guys. Definitely worth it, in my opinion. I think I was fairly happy with these two because I added the gems and all of that. So here is our, I call it my Beetlejuice-inspired page here. I just love this. Okay, this is where I know I wanted to add some more. And we have some bats here. We've got, we got so many cool things. So I feel like we're going to add a spider. We're gonna use this bigger spider here. Oh wait, I wanna use this on the next page. We're gonna save the spiders. This is how I work, guys. I kind of go from here and there and everywhere. I go, oh wait, I get an idea, and this is what I do. So we're gonna put our bat up here, and we are gonna stick some dimensionals underneath him. So that his wings really look like they're flying. See, look at that. And it just added that much more to it. And then we have a few of these sentiments that I thought we should probably add some of those. So we're gonna add a bat down here and pop up his wings. So we have this little eek here, and I'm just gonna put that right here, like so. Or maybe it'll be coming out of the bottle. There we go. It's gonna come out of the bottle. And we can also put, there's this date sticker here. I think I'm gonna do it in, we're gonna do it in here. So we'll stick that. I'm actually gonna pop it up. Like I said, there's still stickers here. There's still stuff that can be done with this, these pages. That's, would I have to use the die cuts? No, but I think they give the pages a whole nother element of fun. So we'll kind of poke that down there. And we'll put some Wicked Fun in through here. And I think I'm going to add a few of these stars. And then, of course, what do we got to add is some gems. We didn't add any gems to this. Halloween. We got Halloween here. I think I want to add Fright Night. We'll just add that right below on here. And then, of course, where's our gems? They're all of my stuff. Bonnie, I found them. I was hoping Bonnie was gonna help me find them. She does that at home. She helps me find my things. I'm like, where did it go? So I'm just gonna add a little bit to my bat here. And over here. So just adds those finishing little touches here. So let's see. I'm going to add some of these in here. Super, super cute, you guys. So, okay, look at this. And just adding those few extra elements just gave it a little extra something. Wasn't a lot, but just a little bit. Okay, and then our final page here. I want to add the cute little spider off of this word spooky. So I'm going to bring my Stampin' Write marker in, and I'm going to draw a line right here. And we are going to put, maybe I can put the big one here. We're going to pop him up though. So like I said, we're adding the finishing touches to our page. Look at that. Isn't that cute? Oh my goodness. Let's see, what else do I want to... Let's see, I have one more star I could do over here. And I don't know, I think that one looks pretty good all on its own. We'll just add a few gems randomly in here in kind of our title area. And like I said, this was a sticker and we added just some glimmer paper behind it. We put another circle behind it. Yeah, so cool. And like I said too, if you didn't have this stamp, you could always put this hello. I have this Hello October. This could go up through there. So we've got October 31st. I think we need to add some of these bats here. And once again, just kind of putting it on its wings. Like so. We'll bring in, we've got 3 stars here yet. I think we'll put our final bat down through here. So I hope you guys had fun with me today, and I hope this inspired you guys to get these kits out. They can be made, like I said, they're for scrapbookers and card makers alike. And if you kind of want something that's all together, this is great because this has a little bit of everything all together. You have labels, you have elements, you have DSP, you have cardstock, you have all of these wonderful things that can coordinate with all of this. So take advantage of these kits because I think they are going to be an amazing addition to what Stampin' Up! Already offers. Oops, we're going to use a small one here. And we'll add a few of these. Oops, I want this down here. Like that. And then we're going to grab just a few more. Oh, I know what I wanted. We're going to put this here. And on our Witch's Cauldron, from our Beetlejuice page, as I said, that's where I wanted to add Something Wicked Comes This Way. Look at that. So, oh my gosh, you guys, so many wonderful things, so many wonderful pages. Like I said, this, in order to get, this will be a private group down the road. Whether that I will start that next month or if I will start it in December, I have yet to decide. But it'll be a product-based class, and we'll do this in a private group. So in order to get this class for me, get the extra pieces, the ribbon, the gems, extra cardstock, die cuts, you have to place a $55 order with me before shipping and tax with my current host code. So we have this, and we have our 5 cards, and you still have plenty left over to create so much more. So how is that, you guys? I know it was a lot to take in a couple hours. I mean, we had 6 pages done. We got 5 cards done. That's a lot, but that's the great thing about these kits. There's so much in these kits that you can pull together and just maybe add a few extra things, and they're just great. So it's going to be a $55 order. My host code is HEZ42KEX for this kit. So you must place a $55 order in order to get the tutorial and all the extra elements that go with it. Please go over and follow my Glitter and Ink page, Glitter and Ink with Gina, on Facebook. That is where I keep all of my announcements. That's where you'll see my classes and stuff like that. I know I go through Christine's page, but eventually I will go to my own platform. But for now, this is where I'm at. So, but if you want updates and stuff, Christine does not send them. I do. So that is the best thing to do. Also, you can reach me by email at Gina, G-I-N-A-L, Buelow, B-U-E-L-O-W. So don't forget that L, though, in there. I know some of you have forgotten that in a few things, and you're like, well, I sent you this, and I didn't get it, and that L is kind of tricky there in the middle. And don't forget, I would love to have you guys join my team. I love being able to share this opportunity and just come and stamp with you guys. And to be a discount shopper, what better way to do that than to sign up and become a demonstrator? There's no obligation to it, but you get a discount on your product. So that is a great perk. And right now, Stampin' Up! Is offering one of its best deals, $155 worth of product. You can pick out whatever you want, up to $155 for only $99. And so that goes until the 31st of this month. So keep that in mind. If you're looking for a little something, whether you want a discount on the products just for yourself, or if you want to gather with a few of your friends and do a little stamping together, it's such a great opportunity. And I can't tell you what an amazing opportunity it has brought for me. And it really is therapy to me. It's my way to kind of just get out of my head and all the things that I do and just be creative. So anyways, I would love for you to join my team. And of course, when you join my team, you join Christine's team. So please reach out if you have any questions about that opportunity. Like I said, I will have this host code you will have available until, I'll give you guys till next week, Friday also. So please reach out if you would like any of these kits. Oh, what else do I have for you guys? I think that's it. We have the November class coming up. And remember, next month will be the reindeer Christmas kit. I'll just pull that up real quick for you guys. So this is the Reindeer Memories kit. So that's the kit we'll be working with next month. I am looking to do in-person classes with this. I just need to work out a date to have it here in the Hive with Christine. And then we will do Snow Day here for the month of December. So you definitely want to be a part of this group. Like I said, I'm going to do pages and cards with these kits. So whether you're a card maker, you're a scrapbooker, it's going to go for everyone. So reach out. You guys have any questions, please reach out anytime. Thank you all for being here today. Linda says you are going to have to buy stock in the Stampin' Up! Company, probably. Like I said, I really enjoy this and I love stamping with all of you. So thank you for spending several hours with me this morning. I appreciate all of you being here and supporting my business. And I will see you guys back tomorrow. I didn't bring those cards. I was worried about making sure I had everything this morning. So I have 3 cards, Morning Create, tomorrow at 9 a.m. Central Time. So we're going to create some fun cards and keep inspiring you guys as we go. So thank you once again. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your weekend. And I will see you back here tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Thanks, everyone.